Some stories are just too big to be told with one measly movie. Proper blockbuster epics like The Lord of the Rings or the Dark Knight films are stretched out across a trilogy, raking in big bucks for the studio year after year after year. But not all of these trilogies manage to fully materialize. Here are a few epic stories that will probably never be wrapped up with a third film. Clash of the Titans. The tagline for 2010's remake of Clash of the Titans was, "Titans will clash," which does an excellent job of summing up both the plot of the movie and what the filmmakers thought of the flick's target audience. Despite this, the film did okay at the box office and earned not as awful as expected reviews. A sequel was immediately announced, and then a third part announced before that sequel was even released.
One day, somebody's gonna have to make a stand. One day, somebody's gotta say enough.
2012's Wrath of the Titans underperformed at the box office, pulling in only $83 million domestically, about half of what the original managed. Despite having been announced back in 2011, the final part of the trilogy was put on hold indefinitely. By 2013, a producer went on record saying he couldn't see Titans 3 happening without fresh ideas. Escape from New York. It's John Carpenter's gritty, weird 1981 ode to a city he apparently hated, a tale in which New York has become a giant prison and only Kurt Russell is man enough to punch his way in there to save the president. Yeah, Escape from New York is a B movie, but what a B movie it is.
What you doing in here with a gun, Snake?
Looking for somebody.
Who?
The president.
By the 1990s, Escape was a cult classic crying out for a sequel, so Carpenter announced 2 new chapters, Escape from LA and Escape from Earth. But 1996's Escape from LA bombed harder than any movie featuring Kurt Russell surf-chasing Steve Buscemi has any right to. Nevertheless, Carpenter and Russell tried to get their trilogy's capstone finished. It nearly became a TV series, then an anime movie. But as of the making of this video, Escape from Earth is officially dead. Conan the Barbarian. Conan was the 1982 film that introduced us to Arnie's bulging pecs, turning the Austrian muscle man into a global star despite his super thick accent.
Crom, I've never prayed you before. I have no tongue for it.
That's all you need to know to understand the fate of the Conan trilogy, which would have seen 1984's sequel Conan the Destroyer followed in 1987 by a final entry. Sadly, for fans of Arnold in a loincloth, 1984 was also the year a little movie called The Terminator was released. The idea of any B movie being able to afford Arnie after that was unlikely, to say the least. Fast forward to 2016, when Conan 3 seemed like a sure thing with the post-politics Arnold hyping the project, but the studio ultimately decided to can it in April 2017. If you want to get your Conan fix, an Amazon reboot is in the works for 2019. Divergent. Yes, there are already 3 Divergent films, but the trilogy is technically incomplete. The third film, Divergent Allegiant, is only based on the first half of the final Divergent book. Just like the Harry Potter series sliced Deathly Hallows into 2 parts, Summit Entertainment decided to turn the Allegiant book into 2 films, Allegiant and Ascendant. But Ascendant never took off.
What's going on here? They're shutting us down.
Ascendant is now destined to become a TV series, which seems like a fair trade-off until you learn that the series star, Shailene Woodley, isn't going to be involved. To return to our Harry Potter analogy, imagine if Deathly Hallows Part 2 had only been available online and starring, say, Frankie Muniz as Harry. It's just not the same thing. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.